Libby Lake neighbors have done a lot to improve the quality of life in their community. Recently, the city of Oceanside stepped in along with hundreds of volunteers to help residents put the finishing touches on their neighborhood with yard cleanup and a fresh coat of paint.
The City of Oceanside, community residents, volunteer groups, and corporate sponsors are enhancing 19 homes in the Libby Lake neighborhood. With fresh paint, new fences, and trash removal, these homes are getting a new look.
The entire neighborhood was offered to put any household items and maybe trash and debris that might have accumulated throughout the years out at the curb. And luckily we have Public Works out here in full force with the heavy equipment to be able to dispose of all the debris, which, you know, it's a lot.
You have old batteries, tires, wood, trash, clothes. One house had a motor. Over the years we've had old motorcycle parks, just everything, and the city hauls it all away and leaves the yard really nice.
Nearly 800 people volunteered for today's cleanup. Although the morning started off with heavy showers, volunteers made light of it.
I thought that with rain forecasted that people were going to, open up their doors and their windows and see that it was going to rain and decide not to show up, but we actually had a lot of volunteers show up.
We appreciate all their help. It's great to see people out here in the rain, and giving up a Saturday to come out and help a neighborhood that definitely needs it.
Church groups, city residents, and one service fraternity joined forces to feat this task.
It's just important for us to go out so people can see, men of color actually, providing a service and helping out in the community.
Every year, we get a lot of college students that come up, a lot of the youth from some of the church groups. They love doing this. I've heard that we've had some families and youth groups come for this event out of town. I know that there's one family that comes from Arizona now, I hear.
The Oceanside Housing Department's code enforcement staff met with neighborhood organizations. Combined, they chose 5 streets in the Libby Lake neighborhood to improve.
What we do is we basically look for the ones that could definitely benefit from the paint. We're not telling them that their houses are dilapidated or anything like that. They could just use some sprucing up. We look for some of the houses that also have deteriorated fencing. We go and replace galvanized type chain link fencing with a new modern vinyl coated chain link fence. The other component of the project is garage doors. The last couple of years we've offered roll-up garage doors to the properties that have the old type of wood type garage doors with the springs.
The modern garage doors and shiny black fencing brighten up what once was a very dark street. Years ago, these streets were ran by gang members.
This was a high crime area, and there were a lot of homes that were in disrepair and didn't look like there was a whole lot of pride. Lights were shot out, different things. About 7 years ago, things started to happen. A neighborhood organization grew out of kind of like the frustration, and they started having this leadership training.
With the combined efforts of Oceanside Police Department, community programs, and residents taking leadership, the streets slowly began to change.
Out of that leadership, you got requests to the city. We need some help. We need some help with sidewalks that are cracking because of these trees. We don't want any accidents to happen. We need help to just help us clean up. We want to partner with police. We want to partner with the city to make this happen.
Homeowner Veronica Reyes has witnessed these changes. She's lived in the neighborhood for many years and also works for the city of Oceanside. But today, the city of Oceanside is working for her. Her home is getting a fresh coat of paint, free yard work, and a brand new fence. You're out here and I see you have paint on your face. Yes. What are you doing?
I've been helping touch up paint and kind of guiding people with supplies, and we've been running a little short on paint, but I think everybody's doing a good job with what we have.
Everything they have was donated by local vendors.
6 or 7 years ago when Sun started, we knew that we couldn't do this just with the city, and if it was going to be a long-term program every year coming out and picking a place that we can do this, we would need to go out to the private sector and see if they would help. And there have been members from the private sector that have year to year been really helpful.
Using the donated supplies, volunteers finished improvements by noon. They left with not only paint on their hands, but feeling good about their work.
The house was different colors and it was just a lot of junk, and it wasn't that nice, but after we got through and painted it, it became really nice.
This is the last house on the block to be cleaned up. Volunteers went above and beyond and painted the fence, so it took a little bit more time than expected. I'm going to go ahead and finish up painting. Thank you for watching KOCT. I'm Crystal Cheshire.